I remember back in high school, I think I was maybe 17 years old at the time. I was standing alone in the corridor just waiting for my class to start, and I saw this group of girls walking towards me. At this point in my life, bro, man, I was just a chubby and insecure kid with no confidence whatsoever. So you can just imagine how nervous I was. As they got closer, I could feel my anxiety getting worse and worse, bro. My brain was having like 100 thoughts at the same time. Act normal. Don't be a weirdo. What if they think I'm ugly? What if they think I'm this or I'm that? I started to sweat and just feel uncomfortable, bro. I remember my mouth was so dry. It felt like I hadn't drank water for days. My stress levels were going higher and higher and higher. As they get closer to me, I remember thinking to myself, man, I just have to think of something to say right now or this is going to be so damn awkward. The word that came out of my mouth, bro, was just a simple hey. However, the bad thing was that as soon as I said it, bro, I had the biggest voice crack of my life. I remember them just looking at me and laughing for themselves because in my mind, I thought because I was alone in the corridor, right? I thought they were walking this way simply to talk to me. But in reality, they were just walking by to get to the second floor. As they walked past me, I felt this huge wave of just embarrassment go through me, bro. My face was getting red and my anxiety was like 10 times worse than it was before. As they left the corridor, I remember just standing there, just looking down at the floor, having this internal dialogue with myself. My brain became my worst enemy, bro. The negative thoughts just started slowly flowing and flowing into my mind. You're such a loser. Why can't you just be like everyone else? Of course they don't want to talk to you. Look at yourself, bro. I used to have these thoughts like almost every single day, bro. No joke. And I didn't talk to anyone about it because in my mind, I thought that if I talked about these things, everyone would look at me like I was a weak bitch. So I much rather just kept them to myself instead. Why I wanted to tell you that story is because you can probably relate to it in some way, right? Most of us grew up insecure and shy as kids, and we had a hard time talking with people, especially girls. That situation that I told you about with the girls, that was my turning point, bro. I remember just thinking to myself, man, I don't ever want to feel this insecure in myself anymore. I don't want to look like a sack of potatoes, literally, just walking around with my head down everywhere I go. It felt like I had hit rock bottom with my confidence, and the only way from here was literally just going up. I really like this quote. I don't know who said it, but change comes when the pain of staying the same is worse than the pain of change. And I had just experienced this pain, bro. I was so tired of feeling like this. So now it was time to make a difference. If I was just a bit more confident or just a bit better at talking with people, then I would have been too complacent to actually do something about it. But because I felt this terrible way about myself, it put this fire inside of me to actually do something about it. So what did I do? I started looking up gyms in my local area, and I remember just thinking to myself, no more messing around. This is it right here. No one is gonna come and save me or, snap their fingers and give me a better physique or better social skills. I was gonna be the one who was gonna work for this and nobody else. I remember the first day that I got my gym membership, I was so excited. Things were finally gonna change and the gym was gonna be a new part of my life. However, as I stepped into the locker room, I remember feeling this massive wave of anxiety go through me, bro. I had no idea what I was doing, bro. I think at the time, the most exercise I'd been doing was literally like 10 push-ups and, walking a few kilometers. No joke, bro. I think a 10-year-old kid had better athletic ability than I did at the time. I was literally looking like a sack of potatoes, bro. The sad thing is that I don't have a lot of pictures from that time because, to be honest, I was too insecure to actually take pictures of myself. So just imagine something like this. I'll put a picture up on the screen. I remember that I walked out on the gym floor and I just immediately felt intimidated, bro. I think it was rush hour at the time. So the gym was just packed with loads of people, bro. And most of them, no joke, they looked better than I did. And even kids that looked way younger than I was. I looked around to see what I should do and if there was any empty space. And I saw that there was at the dumbbell rack. So I walked over there and I think I grabbed like the 6 kilogram dumbbells. No joke, bro. The 6 kilograms, it probably doesn't sound like anything to you. But for me at the time, bro, I was struggling to even do bicep curls with them. I think I only was in the gym for like 15 minutes or so because there was simply too many people in there, and my anxiety was only getting worse because I had no idea what I should be doing. I didn't have like a workout routine or anything like that. And you're probably thinking that was a waste of time, those 15 minutes. However, let me tell you, after I was at the gym, bro, I was on a high for the rest of my day. I had taken the first step to becoming a better version of myself, bro. And I just felt so proud of myself no matter the time that I spent in the gym. Because let's be honest with ourselves, how many people do you know that say they're gonna start working out, but when you talk with them, let's say weeks later, they haven't even started? This was me for months at a time, bro. I remember just saying to myself over and over and over that I was gonna start, but I just never took action on it and nothing happened to my body. And this might be something you struggle with right now as well. If you want my personal help with that, then just click the first link in the description right now. After that day I spent those 50 minutes, struggling with my bicep curls, I was hooked. I wanted to experience that feeling that I had afterwards again and again. It became like a drug to me, and now the gym had officially become a part of my life, and I was really excited for it. I just started binge watching fitness content on YouTube. I wanted to learn as much as possible what exercises to do, how to lose fat, how to gain muscle, and all those different things. I saw how much more confident these people were when they had a good physique, and they got so much more attention from everyone else. And that was something that I wanted too. I'm gonna be totally honest with you here, bro. The first few months of me working out was a complete mess. I remember just watching so many different YouTube videos on exercises and how to lose fat and how to gain muscle that I just couldn't decide on what things I should be doing. I was literally switching exercises every single session, and I had no progress in the mirror whatsoever. However, as time went on, I decided to make a workout plan for myself. If I wanted to see good progress, I had to know beforehand what I should be doing each session. And that's when everything started to go in the right direction for me. I started to learn about things like progressive overload, basically that you have to make every session harder than the last one, either by using more weight, doing more reps, and so on. I just couldn't go into the gym and do the same weight as I did last time and expect better results. I finally started to see that I was losing weight and I was getting stronger as well. It became like a game to me, where I wanted to beat the high score that I set from last week, and that made me only work harder and harder for every single session. Why I keep yapping about the gym, bro, over and over is because I can proudly say that it saved my life. I'm actually happy that I was insecure and overweight when I grew up, because if that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't have found the motivation to actually become a better version of myself. As I told you earlier, if I was just a bit more confident and just a bit better at talking with people, then I would have been complacent and I wouldn't have found the motivation that I did find to actually do something about it. Don't lie to yourself, bro. We all want to look good when we take our shirts off. We all want to feel proud of our body because we know deep down the hard work that we put in to actually build a good physique. This is my progress right here, so you know what I'm talking about. I was someone who was overweight and barely made any progress whatsoever to someone who's put on way more muscle and actually seen his six-pack for the first time in his life. I don't care if this sounds shallow, bro, but if you have a decent physique, you just get so much more respect from everyone around you. I can tell a big difference from when I was overweight to now in just how people treat me, and it's only gonna get better as I keep working. If you want me to help you build a better physique that you're actually proud of, then click the first link in the description right now. If you found any value in this, then why not press subscribe, bro? It's a win for both of us.